I'll be reacting to Future Folktales episode 13 on summer reaction from the minute and 30-second mark. And 1, 0, go. All around pumped up for this. Huh. Oh, okay. I thought for a second the verb website there wasn't any sound. Namek looks like it fit in like potentially a Gundam-like series. Yeah, it gives me those Gundam vibes. I wonder if it's the kids playing a video game. Oh yeah, it's them playing a video game, a VR game. Had a feeling. And the animation actually looks better than the usual episode too. But then again, it makes sense because on my anime list and also on the Verbs website. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! I'm actually surprised the grandmother plays video games too. That's adorable! Oh, that's cute! Oh. I love that swagger confidence. It's only fair to take turns, though. I mean, he can do other stuff in the meantime, though. Oh, it looks like China. Great Wall of China. Oh, okay, so it is the Great Wall of China. All right. It's honestly really breathtakingly beautiful. And I like it there. That's actually a natural way of introducing some exposition. I actually wish the series took more of that approach, you know? Oh. It's actually pretty nice there. That one I didn't know about that. That's actually pretty dang cool. I actually like that how she's making that prominently known too. Yo, I actually would have learned more about her this time. Yes, I want to know. Dang it. I want to know more about the grandmother too. Yes! Come on, Anius, do it! Do the thing that you do with the light. Yes. It's like Anius already knew. You know, this is the first time out of 13 episodes Maha hasn't said I'm a 6th year elementary school student. That's a first. I'm actually really dang impressed. Dang. So in a way, kind of like Rayan then, pretty much. Oh, this is cute. And I actually like the twist too, because normally it's stories unrelated to her. Now it's a stories about herself. I actually really dig this immensely. Okay, I'm assuming that one's going to be an interesting character. Oh. It's kind of hard to think of a person at the grandma. Whoa, the animation there looks good. Whoa. The background art looks really breathtakingly beautiful in this episode. They're definitely showing off the last episode. Hmm. It actually looks pretty there too. Hmm. So this is where she started becoming an addict to books. Alrighty. And that also puts into and you know what I really like about this episode? It actually recontextualizes one of the earlier episodes when the kids were helping their grandmother actually clean her books and all that. Actually makes this episode even better, you know? Combining some of the stuff we saw in previous episodes. Oh, that looks kind of adorable. They're taken in by the books. Aww. I wonder if she's gonna blush or anything if she notices that someone saw her read from the class. Because that's how it sometimes is with anime characters. So is what she's gonna whip out and rent Moby Dick and they try to get Farrell's interest and try to bond with her? That can only be my guess. Normally I would say she should try getting the attention of the librarian. Oh. Yes! Now this is actually really beautiful here. Oh. Oh, that sounds like it'd actually be an interesting premise for an animated series with the type of story description like that. Aww. It's actually really cute when we first when we're first actually seeing her get into books, and I actually like that how this actually shows the power of reading, where sometimes a person would be in a rough situation, but if you read books, it could be a nice escape, and it could actually make you feel like you're part of the book if you self-insert into a story. I actually like how this is portraying that really well. Because it gives a nice positive message to also the viewers of the series that watching animated series is fun, but also other mediums like books can be really dang enjoyable. And they have their own value too. So in a way I kind of really like that about this episode. Aww. But I'm assuming there's going to be some conflict eventually, though. That's what I'm going to guess. Oh, that outfit kind of reminds me a little bit of, for some reason, Indiana Jones' outfit there. Okay, now that just straight up reminds me of Dragon Ball with the with like the Nimbus light cloud. Definitely. Oh yeah, the conflict. There has to be one in these episodes. Oh. Aww. Makes sense too, since that was the one that actually started her habit of reading up on books. Aww. I'm actually surprised that such a good relationship just ended like that almost instantly, you know? And you know, that's the fun thing about life, where you'll be disconnected from a person for a certain amount of time, but then eventually, due to like random circumstances, you might actually be able to rekindle the friendship. So I kind of like that. As it shows you that life does kind of have a funny way of working itself. Huh. Is that easy? Wait. You know, if someone was in that... Yo. It's actually nice. Usually she's the one that teaches the kids moral lessons, but this time the kids are actually helping out their grandmother, and they're actually guiding her towards certain actions. Like meeting one of her long lost friends. So I like how now it's the kids helping out the grandmother. It's actually a nice reversal of what the series usually does. And it's a really nice subversion of expectations too. So alrighty. I really, really like the approach. Even the city looks better rendered than the usual episode in Future Folktales too. I think it's them seeing their grandmother. Oh, okay, that also makes sense too. But I'm pretty sure also, can they see the grandmother happier? Whoa! Raciani is just laid a little pissed off, like you can tell with that face he wanted to smack Ryan, but then he's like, I'd be reminded to keep on driving. That's adorable. Oh, the music playing in the background is actually pretty dang good. Ah, yeah, it definitely does have a finality feel to it, showing you all the stories she's told the others throughout the series. And it really makes it much more emotionally powerful that she's visiting the person that got her into books into the first place, which then led to her knowing all those stories to be able to provide for her grandchildren and be able to tell them all these moral lessons in the house, so help her grandchildren grow and become much more mature. Stuff like that actually makes this episode definitely have like a final type of vibe to it, you know? Oh. Well, yeah, it is. There is a possibility she wouldn't recognize. I'm kinda, even though I normally don't take Ryan's side, I kind of understand Ryan's perspective there, you know? Damn! That looks beautiful. Like, no joke, you can definitely tell they went all out, making all these different backgrounds for this episode. Even the way, like, the window of the car is shining as it's moving looks good, too. And even the desert sands. Even like how you have, like, the youngest one taking photos, too. Kind of an extension of when it was mentioning that he was going for a photo-taking contest. I like how it's all coming back. You know? I was just taking little snippets from all the other episodes. Oh, that kind of looks like the chick that... Oh! I'm assuming they're not the same ones from the Folktales. They're probably ancestors. That's what I gotta guess. But yeah, that puts a smile on my face. Oh man. Man, that gives me some nice nostalgia vibes, though. It actually is pretty, actually. I just hope they have enough time to talk, though. Although I wouldn't be surprised if it ends right when she sees Farah. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. Kind of reminds me of one of the other stories in one of the episodes, too. Annie is so fucking adorable. How does Annie's not sensitive and far away, though? I mean, I guess weather sensing technology, even in that setting, hasn't advanced yet, from the looks of it. Oh. Oh, no. That does not look good. Yo, that'd be quite a twist if they all ended up dying. But no, I don't think they'd go for that type of ending. Alright, good. Well, if they get through this, it'd actually be some positive luck because they could share this story with other people. Yo, why is that as cocky as hell in this episode? Whoa! I just love how Anya just likes to flex in this episode at the expense of his friends and family. And like how with Annie's face, he's like, I know I fucked up. I wonder if they'll get helped by the desert? Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, they will. Whoa! Looks like another character from one of the previous episodes, too. The one that wanted to marry one of his family members. Oh man, yo. Okay, I know it's not the same dude, but he's got to be another ancestor. Has to be. Yeah. Wait, how do they know how Answer looks like if the grandmother only narrated the story? Unless she gave like a physical description of Answer, then maybe. Okay. Kind of looks like the girl from episode 1. With that has the eagle-like eyes? Yeah. Kind of like the Irony Era too, where she points up the faraway location to the others. It's actually pretty cute. Oh. I like that. Comedic Cinder being at first making you think she actually knew that information, but nah, she's like, nah, I straight up read it on that book there. That's cute. Definitely shows you that the dialogue, even direct in this episode, is much better than some of the previous episodes, you know? You can tell the writing staff went all out. Hey, there's nothing wrong with the kids having some fun, though. Whoa. Oh, snap. Yo. Oh, man, I'm pumped up for this. Oh, hells yeah. I actually liked how they show the difference between libraries. Like, you even have like floating chairs and all that. And the selection of books is much more quicker too, and it's much more accurate. So I actually like that. The consistency and the production of technology in the series too. Oh snap! Now they're mentioning Ibrahim. Ho ho ho! Oh boy! Aww. So she's doing the same. I'm assuming those aren't her kids, but those are probably like people in the library she's reading to. It's probably like I love me happy reunions. Aw, this is cute. I would have loved to have seen a long conversation between both of them though, but hey. This is nice though, just seeing they were happy to see each other again. Oh man. Oh yeah, he does remember. Alright. I mean, yeah, it's not surprising he was told the story. Aww. That's beautiful there. And not just that, she was able to, Asama was able to pass on the knowledge to her kids. And her grandkids too. So honestly, I love how it shows you the power of a book, how much impact it can have on a person's life and multiple people's life too. Ah, man. That was a great ending. So this episode was, wow. This episode definitely made me feel a lot of emotions. So straight up, I think this episode, it earns it. I'm gonna give this episode a 10 out of 10. My goodness, it was sheer perfection in almost every regard. For one, usually the animation artwork is a weak point in feature Folktales. This time it wasn't. The animation looked good and even great in some sequences. I was like, damn! If the animation quality, if literally the series was animated like this from like the first episode to episode 13, I think a lot of people would not have passed by. They would not have passed up the series. Like, because I remember reading in some forums that that was like one of the barriers of entry for some people to get into the series. So from an animation art standpoint, it was well done. And not just that, from a story standpoint, it didn't fall into the same trappings. You literally had Maha, for the first time, she doesn't say, I'm a 6th year elementary school student. And my grandmother tells me a lot of stories. The first episode did not do that. And half the clap, I'm like, yes. I like it. I really, really like it. So it also is one of the episodes that doesn't fall into some of the trappings of the previous episodes. Some of them. And that's what made it great. You can tell it did great in avoiding some of the traps. And then on top of that, what also really, really loved about it, aside from avoiding some of the trappings of the previous episodes, actually like how this episode also helped explain, at least to a larger extent, it explains the context of why she loved books so much, because of her friend and all that. That was actually really dang beautiful in its own way, and how it pretty much shows you the power of any type of medium, especially a book, how it could change people or even multiple people, and that's something I really, really dig about this episode. I think it'll help this series, at the very least, age gracefully from a story standpoint. And that's what I thought it did well from a story standpoint, and this episode was hilarious. Like, from Manius accidentally fucking crashing the car, and then getting all pissed at Ryan, not focusing on what's ahead of him in some of those sequences, to Osama seeing her friend Farah, those sequences were beautiful, and they really helped me, like, they were really emotional. I felt a lot of emotion watching these sequences. And I felt that's what also made this episode extra beautiful. And aside from that, great character moments, seeing the kids helping out their grandmother and finding her friend. Well, that was really dang beautiful, and I love that. Balances out the cast. And honestly, there was no other better way for this series to end. And that's why I thought it was 10 out of 10 worthy. And I thought the series overall was good. Actually really dug this series. And if they were to ever get more episodes, I would definitely check out more episodes without hesitation. I really loved what I got. And I'm going to miss this series for sure. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode and the series in general. I loved it. Be sure to comment down your thoughts on how you feel about my reaction in the comment section below. Rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, have a great and safe day. And thank you so much for watching my video, y'all. Bye-bye.